Welcome to Lesson 37, the ablative of manner in SID space. As always, let's start with review. The ablative case is used as the object of prepositions. In addition to its usage with specific prepositions, there are a variety of other uses that have fancy names. There's an easy way to remember the most common, but not all, prepositions that take the ablative case. His name is SID Space, and he's the ablative astronaut, exploring the far reaches in the infinite dark of the ablative case, seemingly going on forever. SID Space is an example of a mnemonic device in which each letter of his name provides a different preposition. Mnemonic comes from the Greek word for memory, so it's a way to remember things. SID. Sub, in, de, space. Sine, pro, ab, cum, ex. And here are their definitions. Most other prepositions that we have learned and will learn take the accusative case instead. Ad, per, inter, ob. There are many other ablative prepositions, but SID space takes care of the most common ones for our purposes. In addition to SID space, the ablative case also has a bunch of specific usages, sometimes with prepositions, sometimes without. Each usage has a fancy name and usually goes with a specific type of noun or pronoun. We've learned 3 of these so far and we'll add a 4th today, although we've actually learned others whose fancy names are not important and don't really matter. The first is the ablative of means, also called the ablative of instrument. It goes with physical, tangible things. It tells you what you do the verb with, the thing you do the verb with, the means or the instrument you use to do the verb. In Latin, there is no preposition used, it's just the word in the ablative case, and we translate it as by or with. There's also the ablative of accompaniment, used with people. It tells you who goes with you while you do the verb. In Latin, it uses the preposition cum, and so we translate it as with. The ablative of agent also is used for people. It tells you by whom a passive verb is done. You have to have some form of a passive verb to have the ablative of agent at all. It uses the preposition ab, and we translate it as by. Think a for agent, a for agent. Now the ablative of manner, new today. It's used with ideas, so intangible nouns. It tells you the way you do the verb. It's almost like an adverb. It's how you do the verb, not what, but how you accomplish it. In Latin, it uses the preposition cum, except when it doesn't. So people like to talk about, well, there are rules for when you use cum and when you don't, but those rules are not really hard and fast. Even to the Romans, there was no good time to use cum and not. It was just a choice for the most part. That means that when you translate it, if you see cum, feel free to say with. If you don't see cum, feel free to say with, but you can also say by or in. There's a lot of freedom in how you translate it. Let's look at English examples. Here are 10 sentences. There is an ablative phrase, or sometimes 2 in each sentence, underlined and bolded. Identify which of those 4 usages appears in each sentence. Number 1, I walked to the store with my friends. With people, accompaniment. Who's going with you to the store? Number 2, he fought the enemy with honor. Well, that's not people, so it's not accompaniment. It's not agent. So is this means or manner? Is honor a thing you can touch? No, it's not. And we could actually rewrite this as an adverb. He fought the enemy honorably. This is the ablative of manner. Number 3, the hunters attacked the boar with spears. Spears are a physical object. You can hold them. Means. Number 4, this says 2. The fish were caught by the fishermen with nets. I see a passive verb, were caught. I see by people. That means that that's agent. Then with nets, those are physical, tangible things. Means. We saved the drowning boy with a life preserver. Means. Number 6, with his great speed, the runner won the race. Okay. With speed. That's not a physical, tangible thing. That's the idea. How did he win? With speed. Manner. Number 7. Our allies marched to battle with us. Who went with us? Accompaniment. Number 8. The fierce lions were captured by skilled trackers with ingenuity. Passive verb, or captured. By people, agents. With ingenuity. That's an idea. Manner. Number 9. In what way shall we be victorious in the coming battles? Ooh, this is a little tricky. There's no with, there's no by. I see in. And then the word way, that's your key. In Latin, the word way here is not the word via, it's not a path or a street. This is the word modus, manner. In what manner shall we be victorious in the coming battles? That should scream out to you, cry out to you. Ablative of manner. And number 10, you will find the answers you seek with careful study and diligence. With, study and diligence, those are not things, those are ideas. Once again, ablative of manner.